toxic optimization will actually shorten your lifespan. Now, if you've been watching any content and you're into self-development in the modern world, there's a lot of this toxic optimization, which I don't know if that's a term, that's just what I'm calling it right now, in terms of like people trying to optimize the tiniest of tiniest little things, but they present the information in content as if it's this like insane life-threatening thing that if you don't do it, oh my God, you're going to die. And I've heard many examples of it, which it's actually so toxic. And I'm going to get into it right now. But hey creators, Aimon here, and this is where I help you master your creative mindset. So we've evolved as humans, right? Which is this magical thing, but there's a huge problem with it, right? See, in the caveman days, and if you're new here, we'll talk about the caveman days a lot, right? In the caveman days, there was a lot of threats to our life. Whatever the average human lifespan was, I'm not a histological, okay? But it was like 30 years, let's say, at one point, no doubt it was. You can look it up. But and that was because there was way more threats in our life, right? Couldn't find food. There was like tigers and leopards that were like alien level attacking us, right? This is history, facts, okay? Look it up. Bears would just drop out of trees and kill us all, right? There was a lot more threats in our day-to-day existence, right? And then also, if one person in the cave ugged the wrong way, another person in the cave would just bash them to death, right? So you would live way, way less long. I'm very articulate today. I'm glad you noticed. Anyway, so we've evolved to now, right? The modern world. And the problem is that we are so comfortable today. And you've probably heard people talking about this, but like, that's a fantastic thing because we're living in the best time ever. Our lifespans are longer than they've ever been, ever. And we have all of the comfort at our fingertips. We don't have to fight for our food. We go to the grocery shop to go and get our food. We get money with a job. We have a roof over our heads, most of us. And just everything that you could possibly need as a human being, you have. And that's fantastic, right? If you have gratitude for that. Ooh, this burp's been like coming out for a little bit. I've been drinking too much tea. But like, as a human, if you have gratitude for this is the most amazing thing ever, right? But because we're at this point now where we've optimized all these things, our water just flows into your house. Like what? Imagine having to be like, well, damn, Denise, where are we getting our water from today? As a caveman, because cavemen were called Denise. Again, look it up, like just basic history. It would be stressful trying to find water, but it just flows straight into your house now, right? So it's at the point now where we've optimized all these things, which is amazing. But now people are deciding to optimize things further, which again, there could be some really cool things in that. And no doubt there's a lot of opportunities to advance technology to, again, increase our lifespans even more, get better nutrients from food, clean our water even more, like all these different things. But it's at the point now where everything we hear on the internet, the way it's presented, it's like, this will kill you. Like one I heard the other day, get this, it was like, you should be cleaning your water bottle every single day because there's so much bacteria on your water bottle and inside your water bottle, more bacteria than on a toilet. And I was like, go on, because I'm just I'm skeptical as. I'm like, go on, tell me more. And it was just some cringy Australian radio show, just like a clip on TikTok. Again, the way they present it, it's like, oh my God, if you don't clean your water bottle, you're going to die. But it's like, cool, tell me more. And they're like, oh, well, actually, most of the bacteria on your water bottle comes from your mouth. And oh, actually, it's nowhere near as bad as the bacteria that's like on your toilet. Okay, cool. All right. I get it. We could probably clean your water bottle more often than you do. But it's like you need to be cleaning it every single day with soap and then dry it out and then, put it in the microwave and flip it upside down 3 times or you'll get cursed. It's like, I'm exaggerating there, but it's like, all right, cool. So most of the bacteria in your water bottle comes from your mouth. Oh, it's like, okay, cool. So you should be cleaning your water bottle every day. So you should be cleaning the inside of your mouth with like, a scrubbing brush every 15 minutes. Because where does the bacteria from your mouth come? It comes from inside you. Oh my God. Oh, well, guess what? You've got to start swallowing soap, scrubbing the inside of your body, oh my God, guess what? There's bacteria on the outside of your skin as well. And you're actually made up of billions of microbiome. Oh my God, you're filthy and disgusting. You need to clean your insides and outsides every day and never go outside or you'll die. You see what I'm getting at? That's toxic optimization. It's like they've found data that there is bacteria on water bottles, and then they've presented the information in a way which is sensationalized, right? Just basic things that news reporters have done for many years to make it sound like this crazy piece, it's just to get attention for their show. But that actually infects your mind and makes you think that you have to optimize everything. It makes you think that you're in danger. But as I've just discussed, like, it's overblown like crazy and it's not real, like a lot of it. And again, there's a million different versions of this. If I can remember any more in this episode, I will. But I've heard so many of them recently, and you just have to be so careful of it because it is toxic optimization, right? And if you never heard any of it, like reality check right now, if you never listened to any of it, you'd still, as I said, live on average longer than every human in all of history. And the argument could be made that if you do pay attention to all of these toxic optimization pieces of content, which if you can train yourself to recognize that that's what a piece of content is as it's presenting itself, you can just swipe past it immediately. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Or at least stay skeptical, my dudes, because I don't know, I'm just lucky that I'm just always skeptical. Thanks, Mom. And lost my train of thought there. But like, yeah, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying don't optimize things. Because again, it's a beautiful thing. We're living in a time where everything is optimized that we could possibly need. And it's like, all right, like here's an example. I got like a water filter for my shower like a month or so ago. Because I'm like, I've just read up, the water that comes from your shower is hard water and it's not filtered. And it's like, we're going on your skin. And if it goes on your skin, it goes in your skin. And that idea could negatively affect my life more so because, perception is reality and placebo is real. Your mind, if it pays attention to things, it amplifies them and then it creates reality around these thoughts, right? Sorry to get deep on you. Just basic history, look it up. No. To the point where it's like, if I didn't hear about that idea at all, maybe I would live a healthier life than if I heard about that idea and bought a shower filter. Do I think it's better? Maybe. Do I enjoy my, does it feel a little bit softer? Maybe. 10%? Maybe. But now I'm a slave to buying like re-up on like the filters of my shower head like twice a year at like $40 each. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. And so how many of those things are you subscribing to mentally and actually monetarily to the point where it's actually making your life worse? And this is what I'm saying. It's like, you just got to be vigilant about the content that you consume because a lot of it is toxic optimization. Yeah, and I'm not saying don't do it. Like, I can be a sucker for it. Like the amount of supplements I have and I've tried, but then it gets to the point where it's like, wait, hold on, I actually feel really angry all day long. Maybe I should stop having that supplement that I've been told that I definitely need to have on a day-to-day basis. And then I stop it and I actually enjoy my existence more. Like, granted, I can be black and white thinking sometimes, which that can be toxic in itself, but you might not be as black and white thinking. But like, yeah, consuming content with intense marketing words will stress you out. And that all these micro stresses add up and that will actually reduce your lifespan, make you live a shorter life. So if you're not aware of this idea, I mean, again, I don't know if I've just coined this term or if it's out there already, but there is an element of toxic optimization. And then the other side of that is that it's like, you hear these things, but it's like, where are you hearing it from? Like, what is the validity of the person that's telling you this thing? Are they telling you about this problem, which is heavily affecting your life, which they can provide a solution for that you have to pay for? Because like, what's their agenda, Because if they've got an agenda that, are they just trying to sell you something and they're trying to like scare you into buying it? Yeah, you just gotta be so vigilant about content these days, especially quick form content that you can consume like on TikTok, because it's just so like, boom, and you're like, oh my God, that's a thing. I wish I could come up with more examples right now because there's so many. No doubt I'll come up with more examples the second this video ends. But there's so many that I've seen recently. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous because of this. Or anyway. But, I'm not perfect. I've definitely given in to a lot of these schemes as well. I've purchased things and I've done tried many habits or, implemented things into my life which are toxic optimization, right? But again, I'm a bit of a sucker for it. I like optimizing everything. I'm a bit of a optimization robot, right? But yeah, it gets to the point where it's like, hold on, is that necessary? Did that idea just infect my brain and make my life harder and add more? Like I got a Whoop band recently because I was like, oh my God, I've got to optimize my sleep and optimize this and optimize that. And then I ended up first thing in the morning going on my phone, which is known to add stress to your existence, takes you out of whatever it is, theta into beta, and then adds stress to you. I'm not a scientist or a histologian, whatever I said before. But I ended up returning it because I was like, I was just trying to optimize my life. But it's like, cool, why don't you just ask yourself how you feel after a sleep? Crazy idea. Just ask yourself how you feel, and then that will inform how hard you want to go during that day, during the gym, and what level you're at, instead of referring to a piece of technology, which could be useful in the future, but I don't think the tech's there yet. But it's like, I don't need a piece of tech to tell me how I feel. And subscribe to it for 2 years for 650 Australian dollars. Like, it's just nonsense. So anyway, do you have any ideas about toxic optimization? What have you seen that you have identified as toxic optimization? Wonder how many times I said that during this video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and I'll see you in the next one.